I will share with you a formula that has worked for me. I'm part of both LGBT and Latino communities, and so that helps me walk among them. But even then, I had some, you know, issues sometimes connecting, reaching young people. And so I learned that I needed to build a structure, a solid ground. And second, I needed to build the bridges that connected with network and resources. And third, then I could start building the blocks and I can help them out. The questions and the key elements that surround this formula guided my theological understanding, my practical commitment in creating a place that goes out into the margins. My hope is that by sharing these testimonials with you, I can spark your imagination and I can provide maybe new ideas. As I go through this presentation, I will offer a moment of reflection because together in this group, we can benefit from a dialogue. And at the end, you might have some ideas I haven't thought about. So I'm excited to share this with you. So the first thing is, how do we create a space for young people who are not already here? We build it, we create it, we enhance it, we rethink it. And we start this by asking ourselves a few questions. Who is missing at the table? And is your place somewhere that a young people can learn to evolve into their own identity? Do they have permission to discover who they are? What are your nonverbals in your space? Seems like a lot of questions, right? But the truth is that only you can think about your space, and only you can honestly answer these questions. Who is missing at the table? Well, we need to be honest and ask, can the people get to the table? Who do I imagine sitting with my teens and with me? Now, I have often heard pastors and ministers say, but Yadi, I don't have fill in the blank youth. Actually, you might have fill in the blank youth. You might just not know it. Maybe they might not be sure they can tell you who they are just yet. Or perhaps they have friends, but they're not sure if they can invite them in. So we'll start with some really basic terms. Safe space. A safe space is a space designed for any young person to feel welcome, accepted, validated, celebrated, regardless of their disability, race, or their gender identity. Safety is on the minds of Latinos who are immigrants, and they're not sure how much personal information they can share with you. Do we ask for identification? Do we ask too many personal questions? People often wonder when they give out this information, especially if they're immigrants, if you're putting it on a database. Where is that database? Who's going to see the database? And if it's mission trips or other areas that you'll be traveling, well, be aware that in the United States, they are often Border Patrol checkpoints, especially in the south of Texas. So if you have Latino teens who are not going on some of the trips, we have to ask ourselves, is it money or are they concerned from where we're going? Brave space. A brave space is designed for a young person to learn to respectfully express themselves without the fear of shaming, name calling, or ridicule. Regarding space, what are the jokes or games that we play? Some of the teens that face bullying are ridicule and hurt. I shared at the beginning of this presentation the suicide statistics. So we have to be careful that we treat things in our youth center with respect. So how do we handle kids picking at each other? Do we say boys will be boys? And how do you handle someone being called weird? Or what is weirdly acceptable? How are your teens actively welcoming people? I have a friend who told me that she has a small little rainbow sticker on her classroom door. That's a little symbol that says, yes, I'm an ally. I usually use name tags for events. My name is, my preferred gender pronoun is. It's a small thing, perhaps, but it goes a long way to showing people this is a safe, brave space where you could be comfortable, you could be celebrated. Again, what will other teens say? How would they react or respond?